Okay, report city attorney ordinances, resolutions.
Yes, we have an ordinance adopting a fifth rider to the management and supervision agreement between the city and TESS. Whereas the city of Peru and Total Environmental Service Technologies Inc. entered into a management and supervision agreement for operation of the wastewater treatment plant, water treatment plants, the city of Peru, dated December 27, 1993, which was extended by first rider dated December 21, 1998, further extended by second rider dated December 15, 2003, further amended by third rider dated January 24, 2005, and further amended by fourth rider dated December 22, 2008, all incorporated herein by reference. Whereas the city and contractor decided to extend the term of the agreement for another 5 one-year terms, which the city may unilaterally terminate on any anniversary date. Whereas an extension of the agreement is a matter pertaining to the government affairs of the city, is a proper public purpose, and is the best interest of the health, safety, and welfare of the city. Now therefore be it ordained, City Council of the City finds its facts recitals herein before set forth. The mayor form behalf of the city is hereby authorized and directed to execute, and the city clerk form behalf of the city is hereby authorized and directed to attest a fifth rider to management and supervision agreement for operation of the wastewater treatment plants and water treatment plants of the city of Peru dated September 9, 2003, by and between the city and contractor, a copy of which third rider is to attach. Mayor and city clerk in each of them, form behalf of the city, are hereby authorized and directed to execute such other and further documents necessary to effect and fulfill the terms of the agreement and this authorizing ordinance. Ordinance should be effective immediately from and after its passage and approval. That fifth rider extends the term of the contract. Incidentally, the contract that we're still operating under today, in which this agreement will extend, was first executed on December 27, 1993. At that time, when the company was and still is represented by the Herbolsheimer offices. I know John Duncan advised Chris's late father not to sign the contract. And some of the terms in that contract, just for everyone's education, provides as follows. The contractor, meaning TESS, shall manage, operate, and maintain the wastewater treatment plant so that the effluent discharges from the wastewater plant meet or exceed the effluent requirements established by the U.S. EPA, IEPA, and any other regulatory agencies having jurisdiction. Same with respect to the water plant, shall manage, operate, and maintain so the water distributed from the water plant meets or exceeds the quality standards established by the U.S. EPA, IEPA, and any other regulatory agencies having jurisdiction. Contractor shall perform all routine laboratory analysis required by the U.S. EPA, IEPA, and any other regulatory agencies having jurisdiction concerning the wastewater treatment plant, water plant. Such other routine analysis as may be required. Contractor shall prepare and submit all monitoring reports required to be submitted on the provisions of the rules and regulations of the U.S. EPA, IEPA, and any other regulatory agencies having jurisdiction of the wastewater plant, water plant. Significantly, the contractor shall be responsible and liable for any penalties or fines that may be imposed by the U.S. EPA, IEPA, or any other regulatory agencies having jurisdiction over the wastewater plant and or water plant, or any discharge violations that may result due to the negligent, improper, inadequate, misfeasance, or nonfeasance of contractor concerning the management, operation, and maintenance of the wastewater plant or water plant. And another provision, I had done this contract back then. It's work. It's 20 years old now, but as my dad said, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And one thing that we put in the contract back then, that the city, on reasonable cause, determined within the city's sole discretion, may upon 30 days written notice to contractor terminate the agreement. So I think this is a 5-year contract, 20-year contract. Essentially, it's a 30-day contract. And the reason it was put in, just for a historical analysis on that, the city for a long time had Wozniak Brothers, and then Wozniak subsequently became Waste Management, as you know, as the contract scavenger. Well, somebody won the bid from Wozniak's and got the contract and started picking up refuse in a pickup truck and depositing it along country roads. We had to terminate that contract. It got into issues with the attorneys and all that. So our contracts now generally have a early termination clause in there from a lesson learned, that was about 25 years ago. So that's a contract. I looked at it again, and it's all broad general terms by meeting EPA and IEPA standards that literally can change overnight, but it's still a good working document. Tim Pera, and their attorneys here. I see Gary Eaton? Yeah. Okay. And Gary can confirm, and so do court records, and Mr. Pera's estate file confirmed that he owned 100% of Test from day one. And Chris owns 100% of Test right now, is that correct?
That is correct.
Gary and Kevin Mason's been the accountant from day one, correct? That fifth rider provides as follows. It has recitals, and then the agree as follows. The term of the agreement as provided in section 5.1 of the agreement is extended to include January 1, 2014 to December 31, 2018, both inclusive, provided, however, the agreement may be unilaterally terminated by the city on any anniversary date by giving the contractor a written notice of termination at any time not less than 60 days and more than 120 days before the anniversary date of any agreement. Section 8.1, compensation under the agreement shall be answered by amended reading in its entirety as follows. There's no increase for calendar year 2014. That compensation is $571,550. It increases 1.5% for each year for calendar year 2015, 2016, 2017, and 2018. Such that 2015 is $580,123. 2016, $588,825, 2017, $597,657, and 2018, $606,622. All terms and conditions of the agreement, as from time to time amended, shall remain in full force and effect, except as modified by this fifth rider. This fifth rider shall be binding upon and inure to the benefit of the parties thereto, their successors and assigns, provided, however, contractor may not assign this agreement without the express written consent of the city, which consent the city may, in its sole discretion and without reason, refuse. Normally, all contracts are assignable unless there's a provision that prohibits assignment. So the contract could be assigned to Aqua America or American Water Works, both New York Stock Exchange companies, without the city's express written consent.
Okay, Your Honor.
Alderman Waller?
I would like to add that Test treats our wastewater treatment plants and water treatment plants as if they are their own. We know what we have with Test. They are a Peru company. They hire Peru people. Their employees pay about $30,000 a year in LaSalle County property taxes. They pay our sales tax, which goes directly to our motor fuel tax fund for our streets. And those taxes also go to our non-motor fuel tax fund through our infrastructure tax. We trust Test. We have a good relationship with them. We've all gotten phone calls. Some of them said that we must be on the take. I can assure you, nobody up here is on the take. Okay? So with that, I would like to make a motion to approve that ordinance as written and read.
I will second that, Your Honor.
Okay, we have a motion by Alderman Waller, second by Alderman Lukosius to adopt the ordinance as written and read. Is there any discussion?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, I've got a comment. I've been the quiet freshman sitting here for quite a while. And I deserve a few minutes because I'm going to take them today. You know, most of you people have talked to me, I bet, out there today or yesterday or the last couple of days, because it was about that many phone calls. I believe in a fair and honest process of sealed bids in most situations. I want that understood. I'm getting that out there first. I also believe that we should not always take the lowest bid. That's also important. So with that said, we've learned from the experience 2 years ago with the sewer separation project about just simply taking the lowest bid. That was millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars of add-on fees after the contract, all the money going to the suburbs. That was a lesson, and it was a hard-learned lesson. Understand these two words, these three words I should say: fair, honest, and informed. Fair, honest, and informed. Those are very important to me. You elected me, and I ran as my own man, not obligated or partial to any one person or cause, only promising to do the very best I can for the ward and the city. I also said that I was going to listen to your concerns and try to improve our community. But I also ask you for your help, not only with identifying the problems, that's easy, but also with helping with the solutions. We're all in this together, and together we will make mistakes, that I promise you. And we will also see successes, but we are in this together. I've had several days of phone calls about the problem at hand, but when asked, I only had one person come close to a solution that was fair and honest for this particular situation. And that, at best, was simply a short-term compromise. And if there's anyone out there that thinks I would also agree with them, see eye to eye on all their situations that they have, agree with everything that they say, well,